Welcome back. Bella's morning, ere evening began, as every evening began from almost the moment he awoke, with a complaint. Cousin Bela? Cousin Dorothy, what are you doing in my chamber?
Cousin Bela, we have a problem.
Terrific, just what I need first thing in the morning when I wake up. He sighed, give me a minute to lock up, I'll meet you in the crypt.
Sure, Cousin Bela.
Okay, Dorothy, describe this problem.
Sorry to interrupt, cousins, but there's another problem. Uncle Chaney just ran into him.
Uncle Chaney? Not good. Uncle Chaney did not take well to being disturbed, especially while he was writing music.
Actually, the count is up to 3 problems.
3 of them? Crap! He sighed and rolled his eyes, and I was so looking forward to tonight's date.
Oh my god, Cousin Bela, a real date? A real date?
Bela rolled his eyes. Yes, it's a real date. I have reservations at the Rainbow Club. Oh. For a late supper and dancing.
Are you taking Helen?
Yes.
Cousin Bela, the Rainbow's a nice club, so you're taking her in the car, right?
Yes, I'm taking Helen in the car.
A date? Awesome, I'm so proud of you, cousin.
For what?
Never mind.
No, really, Geraldine.
Sorry to interrupt, Cousin Bela, but shouldn't we do something about the 3 problems?
Yes, of course. Do we know what kind of problems we're dealing with?
Well, the problem I know about's the noisy kind. The professionally nosy kind. No, nosy, not noisy. I don't know words.
Is it the cop? Those are a real pain in the ass to deal with because you couldn't toss them in a pit and forget about them. Law enforcement officers tend to take the loss of one of their buddies just a little too personally.
Uncle Peter answered the door. He said according to the guy's card, he's a private investigator. The guy insists on meeting you.
Bela smiled. Good! Those are easy to deal with. They're often lowlifes with no friends or family. I apologize to any of the private investigators in the audience. Once in a while, he ran across one that was sincere about helping people, but those were few and far between. By the way, cousins, have you had dinner yet? All 3 girls squealed.
Eehee!
That's scary.
You're really gonna let us have this one?
If he's anything like the others, absolutely. After I find out who sent him, finish off everything. I want anything left over burnt to ash. No traces left. Hair, fingernails, clothes. Burn it all. The girls chorused,
Yes, Cousin Bela!
Now about the other 2?
The problem was, I spotted was sneaking into the crypts.
Oh, fucking vampire shits. Which crypt? His chamber was safe. It didn't have any windows, and the solid iron door could only be opened from the inside, but the crypt the girls liked to haunt was fairly easy to break into. Who's breaking into this place? They didn't sleep there. They weren't vampires, so they didn't need to sleep on or in soil. They slept in a proper chamber in the attic. But they kept their things in that crypt. That's a good idea.
The abandoned one under the east wing. You told us to stay out of there, remember?
Bela nodded. The east wing retaining wall's unstable. I broke that after a motherfucking party.
Cornelia smiled. Uncle Vincent says that the wall is weak because you punched it.
Did Uncle Vincent tell you that I was aiming for his head at the time?
Cornelia blinked. No, he didn't mention that part.
I tried to kill that motherfucker. I doubted he'd tell you. He waved his hand. Anyway, what does your problem look like? Have you seen this problem before, bitches?
My problem is brand new. I've never seen him anywhere before, not even in town. He's short, light brown hair, parted in the middle, white shirt, dark pants, dark jacket, carrying a hurricane lantern, and crazy eyes.
Bela's eyes noticed. That problem actually sounds familiar, and if it's who I think it is, he abruptly smiled. Are the scientists still looking for parts? A brain.
Cornelia blinked. Yeah, they are. She smiled. Uncle Boris says they need either a live specimen or a fairly freshly dead one, only they need the head intact, so don't crack his skull.
What about snapping the motherfucking neck?
That should be fine, but if you like, I can ask.
Bela smiled. Would you be a dear and find out for me?
Cornelia smiled. Sure, cousin.
Geraldine, about your problem, what does it look like, and have you seen this problem before?
My problem is tall, clean-cut, and wearing a lightly colored walking suit, completely with tie and hat. He makes me melt. Handsome in the face, but seriously chicken-hearted. He took one look at Uncle Chaney, screamed, and ran. I know who it is. Then, when I saw him, he almost ran over me. I've never seen this guy before. Uncle Chaney said he's never seen this guy before either. Oh, and I think he's gay.
What? Why?
Cousin Bela, in case you haven't noticed, I'm kind of pretty, and he wasn't interested in all this.
Yes, Geraldine, I have indeed noticed just how lovely you and your 2 sisters are. Ugh. No incest. They were lovely to look at. Unfortunately, no matter how beautiful they were, his vampiric sense of smell simply wouldn't allow him to forget that they were more spider than woman. Well, most guys stop dead when they see me, but after this guy bumped into me, he frowned at me, then ran off without even an excuse me. Bella frowned and thought, David? I doubt it, but if it fits... Geraldine, I think I may know this one. If it's who I think it is, his name is David. He's harmless, but he's definitely gay. He smiled. Could you do me a favor of catching this one and pinning him to some architecture and keep him there until I can get to look at him? And if it's not who I think he is, you girls can have him too. But if it is David, I need to do a mind wipe, then call his boyfriend to come pick him up. I never realized that being a vampire was so much drama.
Sure, cousin, no problem. But, cousin?
Yes, Geraldine?
Few humans like spiders, so as a rule, they tend to panic rather badly when you wrap them in webbing. If they're food, it's no big deal, but if you plan to wrap them later and let them go later, well, it does kind of do things to their head, you know? What I'm getting at is if this one's already terrified over nothing, if we wrap him up, it could damage him permanently.
That could be a problem. How strong is your venom? Can you knock him out and keep him out until after he's unwrapped? I wish this would speed up a little bit.
Not strong enough. I'll knock him out. But a man that size, he'll wake up in half an hour. But Dorothy's is really potent.
No, kid.
Oh, wrong one. No kidding, Dorothy can knock out an elephant.
I seriously doubt it's that strong, but it's enough to keep an adult male under for about 4 hours. That's the only way I get a boyfriend, but he'd be really groggy when he wakes up and kind of loopy for a day or two after. Other than that, I haven't noticed any side effects.
How fast can you apply it? If it is David, I doubt he'll let you kiss him. He's not attracted to women. Not that I'm sure you're a woman, Dorothy.
If I secreted on my fingernails a firm handshake, should stun him long enough to bite him properly.
Oh. That sounds perfect. Do your things. Run along.
Geraldine?
Yes, Dorothy?
Geraldine, once he's good and out, I need you to wrap him up for me. Your webbing's much stronger than mine.
Oh, where does their webbing come out? Do they, like, lift their dress and, like, shoot it out of their butt?
And if you know how to make it non-stick for some reason... they seem to handle it better if the webbing against the skin isn't adhesive. My butt web is always sticky.
Oh.
Geraldine nodded. Gotcha. You knock him out. I'll wrap him up. I'll make it nice and thick. Oh, it's nice and thick coming out of her butt. So if he does come to his senses even a little, he'll just think he's in a wrapped blanket. Dorothy turned to Bella.
Between Geraldine and I, we can have him out cold wrapped and hanging on the wall in the vaults in a matter of minutes, Cousin Bella.
Good. Is that everything, cousins?
As far as I know.
The other two girls nodded in agreement. Okay, Cousin Dorothy, you can post a spider in my office so I can tell you when the investigation is ready to collect.
Right away, cousin.
Bella nodded. Good, Cousin Cornelia. Now, can I have the spiders track the lunatic's whereabouts for me so I can get straight to him?
I already have them watching him. He's wandering around the eastern crypts. According to them, he appears to be lost.
Can you keep him lost until I'm ready, then herd him into the eastern tower?
Sure, he spooks out a little at every little sound, so it should be easy. All right, let's move it on.
Please be extremely careful around him, Cornelia. Don't let him see you if you can avoid it. If he's who I think he is, his name is Dwight, and from what I understand, from the phone call I made to the sanatorium last night, he's very dangerous around women. Your allure will not work on him because he prefers men too. So the only advantages you have is your strength, and that you can stay out of his reach by clinging to the ceiling. Do my heart a favor and stay on that ceiling, okay? I love you. You guys are all a little fucked, but you are my family.
Got it, cousin. Avoid the lunatic and keep him lost.
Oh, and let Uncle Boris know that I'll have a package for his students to pick up sometime in the next hour or so.
Will do, cousin.
Okay, I guess it's time I went to work.
Good hunting, cousin.
Bella rolled his eyes. Thank you, Cornelia. I hope I can get everything done in time.
That's right. You have a date tonight.
Ugh.
If you're gonna be late, call her to make sure she knows. Girls don't like it when you stand them up now without notice.
Bella nodded. Good idea. I'll do that as soon as I'm done with the lot.
We'll do everything we can to help you wrap this up as fast as possible.
Bella nodded. Thank you, cousins. Now all I have to do is make sure the uncles don't get in the way.
Dorothy winced.
Good luck with that, cousin.
Thank you. I'm going to need it. Uncle Peter, where did you leave that investigator? That's a weird saying. Hey, Uncle Peter.
Oh, I sent that sack of shit to the Great Hall and told him to wait at the bottom of the stairs.
Sack of shit?
Well, I figured I'd sent to...
Sorry.
I figured that since it'd take him a while to get across the hall, you'd have plenty of time to get him and dispose of him.
I don't take it he was rude to you.
Rude! He was obnoxious, pushing nosy. Piece of rat shit, that's what he was, shoving me aside through the door. Who does he think he's pushing around?
What was Uncle Boris's voice? That's because your magic's all concentrated in making potions, Peter.
Hey, my potions work!
Yes, they do, and very well. I can't get rid of this fucking boner. But they don't do as much good against intruders. I can't hit him with my boner. Well, I could, but still. Here, Bella, go deal with the vermin. Uncle Boris, is that one of your dueling pistols? Of course, just shoot the rat and be done with it. Actually, I do need to find out who set this rat on us before I can dispose of him. Good idea. By the way, Uncle Boris, you look younger. I took one of Peter's potions. I see. Some of us don't have eternal youth like a certain vampire brats that got turned when they were still at school. The rest of us have to make do other ways. Hey, I aged. Fuck. Only when you don't eat right.
Yeah, and when you don't eat right, you look barely 20. It's weird when you hop or drop 10 years at a time.
Watching you age up and down like that makes me dizzy. Bella sighed, trying to keep a wardrobe for all those ages sometimes. Try keeping a wardrobe for all those ages sometimes. Anyway, Uncle Peter, does this piece of rat shit have a name?
Oh yes, his card said Leonard Fry, private investigator.
Leonard Fry? I wonder if he's related. I'm sorry. I wonder if he's related to that lunatic, Dwight Fry.
Yes, Leonard Fry, but he goes by Lenny and calls himself a private dick. I keep my dick private too, and he's a dick alright, I'll tell you. Anyway, the dick's address is in the city. What the hell is that piece of shit doing all the way out here?
That's what I hope to find out, Uncle Peter. Oh, and where's Uncle Vincent?
He's with Chaney, or rather, Chaney's with Vincent. Apparently, the second brat spooked Chaney, and as much as Chaney spooked him, so Vincent is sitting with him.
You mean Uncle Vincent's getting him drunk? Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, so?
Why am I not surprised? I swear, alcohol is Vincent's cure for everything. You're just pissed that he got you drunk right after you became a vampire. And your point is?
Look at it this way, if Vincent hadn't gotten you drunk, we wouldn't have known that you could drink other things besides blood.
That's a fucked up family. Whatever, can we drop this now?
Fine, have it your way.
What about the other two vermin nosing around? What are we gonna do about those? If they are who I think they are, one will be donated to your students. One of the cousins mentioned something of that sort. That ought to get Colin out of his funk. Oh, and don't break his head. That's what they needed in.
So a neck snap is fine?
Neck snap is perfect. That way they can salvage the organs too. What about the other one?
If it's who I think it is, the other one is being sent home. You know these two?
I think I know them. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, thank you, Uncle Peter. Uncle Boris, I think it's time I go see who the rat is. And who sent him.
Sick him, Bella, sick him!
I still think you should just shoot him and save yourself the fleas. Okay, now what do I have to do? Which should I do first? I think I'm gonna go deal with the idiot in the basement. As interesting as it would be, like, I want to deal with a private dick. So let's go deal with the idiot in the basement, in which an idiot has his mind changed. Oh, was it supposed to say basements? The young man shuffled about between the massive vaulted pillars, the very roots of the castle. It was fairly obvious that the man was almost completely blinded by the dark. Why is he here?
Excuse me, what are you lost?
I don't even know how to get in here, wherever here is.
Well, you're in the castle's basement. I'm Dorothy, and I live here. Can I lead you back if you like? The door to the kitchen isn't far from here.
I'm David Manners. You live here? Do you know Count Blasko? I wanted to say hi to him.
Of course, Bella. The Count is my cousin. How about a nice cup of tea? If you take my hand, we can go to the kitchens and have one. Kitchens?
Alright, actually, I'd like a cup of tea, but I really need to talk to Count Blasko. Yeah.
Yeah, is it very important?
Actually, yeah, it is. It really is.
Well, let's leave the spaceman and go see him, shall we? Just take my hand and I'll guide you. Take the hand, just touch my hand, just touch me. I want a man to hold my hand.
It's because she's got poison on the hand, trying to knock him out.
Thanks, you're a real peach.
Dorothy gripped his hand tight and smiled back.
You're very sweet, I'm touching a man.
Thud. Oh.
Geraldine, he's ready for you.
Coming.
Cousin Bella, can you hear me?
Wow, that must be David. Yes, loud and clear, Dorothy.
I have a young man. He's resting comfortably. His name is David Manners. Is this the David you spoke of? He's kind of dreamy.
I'm afraid so. Unfortunately, I can't let you have him.
And that's quite all right. I'm never going to be with men anyway. This one's more than enough. After all, we need to watch our figures. Or the one is more than enough.
Speaking of the one, I'll let you know as soon as I'm done with Mr. Fry.
Thank you so much, Cousin Bella.
My pleasure, Dorothy. Really.
Oh, and Cousin Bella?
Yes?
Cornelia wanted to let me know that the lunatic's still wandering around in the East Crib, but he's getting rather close to the door to the tower. She just wanted you to know that.
Understood. Please give Cornelia my thanks and remind her to stay out of sight. I don't want her taking any chances with that madman.
Well, we'll do, Cousin Bella. I'll do that. Thanks.
Anyway, good work. I'll be down there shortly to collect David.
Of course, Cousin Bella. We'll be waiting. There, now all we have to do is wait for Cousin Bella, everybody. We're gonna wait, okay? We're good at waiting. By the way, nice work, Geraldine. Good job with your spider web.
Thank you, Dorothy. Can we eat yet?
As soon as Cousin Bella's done speaking with our dinner guest.
Wait, I'm still helping Cousin Bella with the lunatic.
Oh, you're right. We should wait for you to finish so we can all go to eat together.
Now that problem's been wrapped up, oh, I'm good. Yo, I'm here all night. Let's deal with the lunatic in the Eastern Tower. That was easier than I thought. In which a lunatic donates to science! East Tower, motherfuckers. Cornelia, can you hear me?
Very loud and clear, Cousin Bella. You can speak much softer if you like. The spider webbing's very sensitive to sound vibrations. So they talk and the spider webs carry it? So they can hear everything in the house? So if he's like fapping in a room, they can hear it? But, oh, Cousin Bella's doing it again.
Oh, I want to hear that.
Bella immediately lowers his voice. My apologies, I did not mean to shout. He's so polite. I like how polite he is.
Quite alright, it does take a bit of getting used to. Anyway, the lunatic is moving along the walls very close to the tower door. Are you ready for him?
I am indeed, Cousin Cornelia. I'm at the top of the stairs. Blah! Send him in. Oh, and thank you very much for your assistance.
My pleasure, Cousin. Really, it was fun. One lunatic coming right up.
Creaky door? Are you looking for something, Dwight? Holy shit, who's there, man?
Ah, he can't see me in the dark. Ah, Bella chuckled softly. Sometimes I love being a vampire. Vampire life! Vampire for life, Holmes!
Surely you remember me, Dwight, the man who lifted you off the floor by your neck? Oh, that's right, we were never actually introduced. I'm Count Blasko, and this is the house. May I ask what you're doing in it? Where are you? I can't see you! I can't see anything!
If you walk straight forward, you'll see the bottom of a staircase. I'm at the top of it, moron.
Come down here, I want to talk to you, man!
Might I remind you, you're in my home. If you wish to speak to me face to face, you'll have to come to me, not on me. Not on me, I've had people mistake that before.
Fuck!
Such language, Dwight. You're not afraid of stairs, are you?
You should be! Oh, that's his internal voice. Shut up, I'm fine, I'm coming, man! I'm doing this, I can do the stairs. I got it. I'm a stairmaster. I've been practicing for years on those elliptical things. Bella rolled his eyes and spoke under his breath. Finally! Oh, it's you, dude! I know you! Yes, it is I. Those stairs are dangerous, there's no railing. Where's my boyfriend, David? Where is David? Where is my David?
David, isn't he somebody else's lover? I believe that old wrinkly ball man. I was there. How did he put it? Yes? He dumped you for Edward Van Sloan.
He didn't dump me. He can't dump me. David loves me. I love how vampires have to deal with drama.
Which brings us to the question of why are you here in my house, Dwight? I believe I warned you to stay away from me. Did I not?
David's here. I saw him and followed him and I want him back.
Too bad for you. I found him first and I'm sending him home to Mr. Van Sloan.
How do I know that you're not keeping him for yourself?
Oh, come on. Really, Dwight?
Really, fucking Dwight. Really? Bela rolled his eyes and spoke dryly.
He's not my type at all. I prefer men who have vaginas, as in women, thank you. I have absolutely no use for morons.
Give David back to me!
It's not that way. He's not a possession. Dwight, can you see me clearly? If he can't see my eyes, I can catch him with my mesmerism. Oh, if he can't see my eyes, I can't catch him with my mesmerism.
Huh? Dwight squinted at Bela. Yeah, pretty much, I guess, sure.
Not good enough. Damn, stupid human can't see in the dark eyes. I need to get closer. You don't remember me at all, do you, the man you're ready to dump your lover for?
Oh, yeah?
Come a little closer, Dwight. Close enough to see me clearly. Close enough to grab you by your throat without knocking you off the stairs and busting your head open.
You know, the Frankenstein monster they're working on is going to be very stupid if it's got Dwight's brain in it.
Don't want to disappoint the scientist waiting on his corpse.
Oh, hey, I can see you.
Yes, you can.
I forgot how pretty you are. Oh, pretty.
What? Again with pretty? Gross! Gross, you guys are gross! Can you see me clearly now?
Oh, yes.
Why are all these dudes trying to get on my vampire dick?
Good, vampire hypnotism.
On! Vampire hypnotism on! Held still right there.
What just happened? Why can't I move?
What happened, you scabrous little shit, is that you snuck into the wrong house.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Too late now. Much too late for you. Oh, and while I have you here, I had a very interesting conversation over the phone last night with one of the doctors over at Little Bedlam about you. It seems that you've been a very bad boy. However, they're not quite sure how bad a boy you've been. Why don't you tell me?
I'm not telling you anything. You can't make me.
Dude, he's got you under vampire hypnotism. You're fucked. Unfortunately for you, I can indeed make you tell me anything I want. Shall we start with where are the bodies? All of them, from your first kill to your last.
A little later.
Did you write that all down, Cousin Cornelia? I did, Cousin Bela. His first kill was when he was 8 and it was his own little sister. Aw. After that, according to this, he kills an average of, wait, let me count, 4 humans a month. Holy fuck. That's almost 1 a week. Way more than any of us. We actually need to do it for survival. That's one scary human, cousin.
Now you know why I wanted you to avoid him. I could smell spilled blood and human death all over him from the moment I saw him. He literally reeks of it. And body odor.
Honestly, if he's that sick in the head, maybe we should pass on giving this one to the students?
I already promised the body to them. However, I think a warning about what they're getting into would definitely be in order. That's a good idea to put the brain of a murderer into a monster.
No kidding.
Alright, I think it's time to finish up here. Thank you for your kind assistance, Cousin Cornelia. Please inform the students that their package will be waiting for pickup at the top of the stairs.
My pleasure, Cousin Bela. We'll do right away. Oh, shall I pass them the warning?
You may, and give them a paper copy of the list to reinforce my point. They're welcome to discuss this with me, since I spoke to the doctor involved in this case last night.
Understood, Cousin Bela. Enjoy!
Oh, I will. I will indeed. Nobody will believe you when I get back. I'll tell them I lied because I was scared. They'll believe me. I know they will. Dwight, you're going to be dead. But Dwight, you're not going back. What? What? Now then, be a good boy and don't resist while I snap your neck. What? No! I like having a neck. Oh, my neck! Gack! Fuck! Gack Crunch. That's the name of... that's the name of Captain Crunch's Gangster Brothers cereal. Enjoy some Gack Crunch. Now that piece of waste has been eliminated... Okay, what should I do next? We only have the private dick left. We'll see the private dick in the Great Hall. Like throwing a dick down a hallway. In which a private dick goes to dinner. We still have David, like, locked up in the basement. The Great Hall. It doesn't look so great. It looks like the decrepit hall. Mr. Fry, I understand that you wished to see me.
So you're the famous Count Blasko from Romania? What? No, welcome to my house. Enter freely, yada yada.
No, Mr. Fry, because you are not welcome in my house. You are like herpes in the genital region. Not wanted. Oh, you've upset my Uncle Peter quite a bit, you know.
Oh, then this is where you tell me I have one more chance to leave, is it?
Not at all, Mr. Fry. Not at all. If you will follow me to my study, you may speak with me as you so vehemently desired.
Oh, you are a very interesting man, Count Blasko. Very interesting indeed.
Don't hit on me, Lenny. I need a break. I just wanted the woman. This is my study.
What do you like to study? Wow, it's so much cleaner in here. The rest of your house is kind of a dump. It's like somebody shat everywhere.
The house staff is a bit more energetic on this floor. Feel free to seat yourself at my desk.
Don't mind if I do, and if I take a while to cross the first floor to yours, House Count?
It takes a while to cross the first floor of your house, Count. Sorry. I can't read.
Wait, you actually have staff?
Lenny, don't be rude. Do not be rude. Of course, I suspect that the staff concentrates on the upper floors because they have electrical outlets for vacuum cleaners. The main floor is yet to be wired for electricity. Seems that there's some difficulty in drilling with the walls to lay the wire.
You have electricity?
Oh, everybody! Everybody's like, and telephones, Mr. Fry. Are you trying to imply something?
No, not at all. I didn't see a single staff member, and downstairs looks, you know, shitty.
Archaic, Mr. Fry.
You have spider webs the size of whole houses all over the place, Count. Archaic's not the word I would use to describe it. More like a shithole.
I do not want to talk about shitholes. David tried with me earlier. The spider webbing all over the first floor, or the results of my cousin playing out there. Oh, how do they play? They just like hike up their dress and start shooting out of their ass everywhere? Ah, what a fun game! Oh, would you guys quit spider webbing on the walls? Please. I really need to get more cleaning staff. The staff leaves at 6, Mr. Fry, by the way of the service door at the kitchen level. Anything else you'd like to know about how I keep my house and my staff?
Actually, yeah, where's your money come from, Count? You wear clothes I couldn't begin to afford, and you have blue blood horses in your stable for riding carriages. And that same stable's a Rolls Royce. Also, if you look under the spider webs, there are priceless antiques like fucking everywhere, man.
If you must know, I inherited the bulk of it with the title, but I also own 2 shipping companies, and I would like you to ship your ass out of here, and a freight company. I also hold interest in a hospital, a high school, and a university. Does the high school make you much money? I wouldn't think so. The university is where Uncle Boris holds his professorship, and the high school is where my cousins attend. As for the hospital, Little Bedlam is a hospital for the other human in addition to being a madhouse. The scientists in the North Tower are in fact being groomed for positions there. That seems like a good idea.
You have papers to prove this?
Of course, duh! I don't need legal vultures attempting to take them from me.
Can I see them?
Why would I show them to you, Lenny? I don't even know you. No, you may not, Mrs. Fry. They're extremely valuable documents and not for casual viewing. They're for viewing fancy parties. Fry barked out a short laugh.
Of course they are.
My voice is all running.
By the way, you're not going to offer me a drink?
I suggest you drink the fuck out of here. I offer my guest a drink. You, Mr. Fry, are not a guest. You are a cockroach I am eagerly waiting to crush, despite the stink that will no doubt occur.
Wow, harsh much?
I can be, Mr. Fry. Try me. So what is so damn important you must push your way into my abode rather than simply making an appointment like other professionals?
A burning question, Count. One that my client is paying me an awful lot of money to find out.
Is that so? Spit it out already so I can crush your puny little mind, and then let my cousins eat your remains.
You have quite a nice house here, full of horrors, Count. Living, breathing horrors.
Uncle Peter's right. This guy is a piece of shit. I live with my family, Mr. Fry, plus my two of my uncle's students who are quite brilliant. I'd be very careful what you say about them if I were you.
Your family, Count, consists of 3 sorcerers.
Of my maternal uncles, Uncle Peter is the brewer of rare and unusual wines, Uncle Vincent's a highly skilled animal trainer, and Uncle Boris is a professor of science at the university.
Stunning. A heavily scarred playwright recently come from Paris who is suspected of having first-hand knowledge about several unexplained deaths in the fire at the Grand Theatre of Paris, which almost certainly burned totally to the ground, motherfucker.
My paternal uncle Chaney is a renowned writer of operas in addition to being a master musician. He did indeed produce plays for the Paris Grand Opera, but the fact that he was there during the events you describe is entirely coincidental. He dropped that damn chandelier because he was provoked by that boyfriend of the little tart of an opera singer. He didn't set that thrice-damned fire. That stupid theatre manager set the fire and blamed Uncle Chaney to collect the insurance. The Lyceum Theatre in London is currently performing his Masque of the Red Deaths. I can't read. To consistently packed houses.
And the 3 young women who were recently suspended from school for spinning spider webs out of their poop holes, strong enough to pin a man to a ceiling of a classroom.
Alright, I give you, that's a little odd. That's a little odd. My cousins Dorothy, Cornelia, and Geraldine from my mother's side by marriage, I'll have you know they're excellent students with top marks. However, they do like to play the occasional jokes. Where in the hell did he hear that? I could have sworn I caught all the witnesses and erased their memories of that. That rat is disturbingly well informed.
And then there's you, a count from Romania, who's only seen at night.
I do not care to be disturbed during working hours because I am sleeping. That's how I am in real life too.
Who doesn't drink wine?
So he's not a lush? Big deal. Alcohol and I do not mix. I tend to lose control under its influence and break walls.
And who hasn't aged in over 30 years?
75 years, actually, and I do age, damn it. I just don't stay that way. Is this some sort of rumors leading to a point, Fry?
Tell me, Count, are you ever awake during the day?
I should shove my foot up your ass. Of course, I just don't go outside during the day. True, actually, I could stay up around the clock. I just don't like to. I'm old. I like naps and matlock.
You have to admit to being sensitive to daylight.
Bella snorted. You see how white my skin is, don't you? I sunburn extremely easily. The specialists I've consulted call it porphyria cutanea tarda. It's a skin disorder. Fairly rare, but not unknown. Why do you have to grill me? Uncle Boris found that one out for me. Comes in handy when dealing with vampire fans. I didn't know he was so famous.
I love you, Mr. Vampire. Can you suck on me?
I thought fans were supposed to do it the other way around. Stupid Stoker and his stupid book.
How old are you, really?
Are you hitting on me, Lenny? What the fuck's going on here, bro? Bella smiled. Over 30. Way over 30? Oh.
Do you have a birth certificate? Who the fuck are you?
You know how rude that'd be to ask somebody in real life? Go on a first date, especially with a woman, and be like, can I see your birth certificate? Hopefully it's not because they're so young that you need to see. My parents preferred to do it the old-fashioned way. I came out of my mom's vag and entered my birth and blast in the Blasko family bio under witness by the local bishop. Birth certificates hadn't quite been invented yet.
Oh, can I see?
No, my mom's dead. Birth certificates are weird. Why do you need a certificate to be born? They do the same thing when you die. They're like attendance awards, kind of. My family Bible? Of course not! Mainly because you see the date and pass out. And as a vampire, would he have a problem if he picked up a vampire? Is my family Bible? Oh! In case you didn't know, mine is a noble line. That Bible dates back to when the first Blasko was granted knighthood during the Crusades. It's entirely written and illuminated by hand and quite literally worth its weight in gold. Actually, all true.
Count, do you own a mirror?
Uh-oh. What if he brought one with him?
Fry, do you honestly think I could dress properly or even comb my hair without one? Could you?
Fry frowned.
Okay, you got a point there.
Bella rolled his eyes. Mr. Fry, I'm beginning to suspect that you think I'm a vampire. Did David hire you?
Are you?
Bold little shit, isn't he? I hope my cousins enjoy him thoroughly. Why don't you use his brain for the monster? He seems smarter than that other lunatic. What do you think, Mr. Fry? Am I a vampire? I'm from Romania, where Transylvania is located. I'm a count by rank and filthy rich. I live in a big, scary castle. I'm sensitive to sunlight and so confined to indoors during the day. I'm told I have an intense stare. Scary. However, unlike vampires in Stoker's book, I cast both a shadow and a reflection. Neither crosses nor holy water affect me, and I assure you, I am not helpless during daylight hours. On the other hand, I can't transform into a wolf or a bat and conjure mist. However, I was able to do all that stuff before I became a vampire. Mother was a sorceress. I love my mommy. Have I missed any other superficial details, Mr. Fry?
That pretty much covers everything, except...
Except what?
Ouch!
What the, Mr. Fry?
Tell me, Count Blasko.
Uh-oh.
Do you drink blood? Hey, look, I got some. I cut myself. That's normal. According to my interviews with one of your staff you let go, while you do sit in the dining room with your family during meals, you don't eat anything, ever.
Oh, that whore! That whore told on me! The whore maid from the first episode. Patty, that loose-lipped little tot! Wait a minute. Didn't he just say he'd never seen any of my staff? Well, now, is this a bait and switch play I smell? As in bait the dupe into thinking he's here to investigate one thing when in fact he's really after another? Because of my condition, Mr. Fry, I'm on a very strict diet.
I can see the plates of food here on this table, but it's obvious that it's all untouched, stale even. Is it because this is really what you eat?
Bloody finger. I wonder if housekeeping would mind if I splattered the walls with his entrails. Ew. Second thought, better not. My cousins would not appreciate having to scrape their dinner off the plaster. Mr. Fry, do you honestly believe that such a teeny tiny amount of blood, a few drops at most, would actually interest a creature capable of draining a body dry?
My blood holds no interest at all for you.
Oh, everybody's so needy. None whatsoever, Mr. Fry. I'd rather drink vomit. Oh, gross. Other than the fact that the carpet is an antique, please don't drip on it. Bloodstains are very difficult to get out, without one of Peter's potions anyway. So are we done with this vampire interrogation, Mr. Fry?
I suppose it was rather silly.
However, I think there's something you should know, Mr. Fry.
What is it?
I really am a vampire, and they do indeed possess the ability to hypnotize with their stare. Vampire hypnotism on! Do you believe me, Mr. Fry? Fry chuckled nervously.
No, not really, Count. I don't feel hypnotized.
That's the beauty of vampire mesmerism, Mr. Fry. The victim doesn't feel it. They simply obey. Now then, Mr. Fry, who sent you to investigate me? Who is your client, and what is the true nature of your inquiry?
You don't really expect me to tell you.
Answer me no!
Edward Van Sloan is the client. He wanted to know the full extent of your financial situation and the source of your income, from properties and business owners to investments.
What has he got in store for me? Fry blinked.
What the hell did I just... What?
Silence, Fry! Go back to Futurama. Fry's mouth open and shut. No sounds come out. You're carrying a briefcase. Do you have the reports you made on me with you?
Ellipses.
Oops, my bad. You may speak to answer my questions. Like a vampire's like, oops, my bad, bitch.
Yes.
Good. Take it out and give it to me. Oh, no need to look so horrified, Mr. Fry. It's not like you can resist my commands. Thank you. You're so much easier to deal with when your mouth is shut. That's probably why he's single. He probably told this woman that. Let's see, what do we have here? My, Mr. Fry, you certainly have been quite nosy about my affairs. There's a handwritten copy of my shipping company's financial report, and this is a list of my income per annum for the past 15 years. How interesting. Bellafron, what the hell is Helen's uncle doing digging into my financial information? I should ask him personally. Maybe he wants you to marry Helen. Maybe they're poor and they want money. Rather than call Edward to pick David up, I could deliver him myself, then call Edward's ass on the carpet, literally. However did you manage to get a hold of these documents? Answer me, Mr. Fry, and make it thorough.
And the business manager's secretary, I slept with her. And after she passed out from the laudanum I put in her scotch, I copied her office key. I broke into the office 3 days later and went through the files.
Impressive lack of work ethics there, Fry. So a copy of the main office key is loose somewhere. I guess I'll have to call Frederick tonight and tell him that Uncle Boris will be by sometime this week to change all the locks of the building. A quick little overnight job. So there's no need to look surprised, Mr. Fry. You yourself noted the sorcerers in my family. Uncle Boris is what we call an engineering sorcerer. So he's just an engineer. You're like, it's magic! You drew something on AutoCAD. He can command metal, which means he can change all the locks and all the keys to them simultaneously. That would be useful. Oh, and just so you know, you were lucky in meeting Uncle Peter. His specialty is merely potions. Uncle Vincent, on the other hand, is a rather talented animal conjurer. If you had been that rude to Uncle Vincent, he would have had you eaten by rats right on the doorstep. Now then, I suppose my time with you is done. Up on your feet, Mr. Fry. It's time to conclude my business with you. Oh, don't worry, I was quite serious when I said I wasn't interested in your blood. I won't touch a drop of it, I swear. You're safe from me. Now then, look over at the French doors. How do I tell the French? Ooh la la, we're doors. Just like that. Now hold perfectly still. Close your eyes. Very good. No peeking. I like how he's cheeky about that. Whack! Thud. He whacked off. I mean, what? No. Goodbye, Mr. Fry. Idiot. Cousin Dorothy, can you hear me? Can you tell your sisters that dinner is served?
Come on, cousin, we're gonna eat, everybody! I wanna eat a man!
Is he still alive, Cousin Bella? Of course, I know how much you like your meat fresh, though I will ask you ladies to drag him elsewhere before you again, as I just cleaned my study.
No problem! We already cleaned out the deep pit in the south crypt. It's far enough underground no one will hear anything, not even you!
Oh, I don't mind hearing this one screams, but the house staff does get nervous over the silliest things, so it's probably for the best. You're the best cousin ever. I do try, Cornelia. Now remember, cousins, not one trace of him is left. No, not one trace of him left. Understood?
That's why we're using the pit. We can burn whatever's left without endangering the whole house and without anybody knowing. Is that smart thinking? Is that a good idea, cousin?
Yes. Now then, I'm ready to deal with David after you move to your meal to the dining hall, of course.
I'll contact you as soon as it's over. The guest is secured.
I'll await your contact. Enjoy, cousins.
Oh, we will, Cousin Bella. Of course, Cousin Bella, and thank you.
You're very welcome, cousins. It was my pleasure, really. Can you shut the fuck up and leave now?
It's been a while since we've had a live one, isn't it? I just love how their screams change when their internal organs really start to liquefy. And Cousin Bella said we're not vampires.
We're not. After all, vampires only drink blood. We liquefy the entire interior and drink it all. I drink everything.
Then chew up the rest. I'm so glad we get to stay with Cousin Bella. We don't have to pretend to be something we're not. Agreed, human food just isn't satisfying.
Well, sisters, so we take our dinner down to the private hall so we can listen to music at full volume? I want to listen to this Danzig.
Yes, let's listen to Danzig.
And so they went to have dinner and listen to Danzig. A little while later. Is that him?
Yes, this is David Manners.
Bella sighed. I'm afraid that this is the one that has to be delivered to its proper owner.
That's fine. We only need fresh meat roughly once a month, and it doesn't have to be human. Oh, and he said he needs to speak to you about something important.
Oh, is that bad? I hope it's not a love confession. Wait, I wonder if he was trying to warn us. Oh, I hope Uncle Ed's not bad news and David was actually trying to save us.
Well, you are a very handsome man, Cousin Bella. I've noticed.
Gee, thanks.
However, I don't think this is the case. If he came here only to confess, wouldn't he ran straight back out the door after running into Uncle Chaney? Unless, of course, he's just that stupid.
He is a complete moron.
Oh, well then.
Kind of your speed, Dorothy. I have to mind wipe him anyway, so I might as well find out what he came for while I'm at it.
Oh, of course, and Uncle Peter says that he's an antidote for my venom ready for you, but it takes roughly 20 minutes to work.
Good. As soon as he's unwrapped, I'll take him to my study and deal with him there, Dorothy.
Certainly, Cousin Bella. Geraldine, we're ready for you to undo your work.
Gotcha. Cut my butt cords. One unwrapped moron coming up. Let's free that idiot. Back to the study? Now I just have to wait for David to wake up. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh crap, I have to contact Helen! I'm being rude! Damn, I'm gonna have to make myself get on my knees and apologize. Ring ring! I love the Photoshop job. Oh, that was a nice transition too. Hello, is this Helen? Oh wait, oh no, that's her. Hello, this is Helen. Hello, Helen, this is Blasko. Oh, hello, Bella, how are you? I have a bit of a mess on my hands at the moment. Actually, it's 3 messes. Oh no! Relax, 2 have already been cleaned up and the last one's already halfway finished. I should be done sometime soon, however. You're not going to cancel our date, are you? Eager much? Oh, that's what he's thinking. Eager much? Not at all. I'll merely be a little late to collect you if that's all right. Only if you promise not to bring me home until dawn. What a slut. The Rainbow Club is open until 4, so that should be fine.
The Rainbow Club? You're bringing me to the Rainbow Club?
Unless you don't want to go. Not likely. I'd have to cancel our reservations.
Don't you dare! I would love to go to the Rainbow Club!
I know what bitches love. Of course you would. I'll pick you up as soon as I can and we'll take my car into town.
You have a car?
Of course I do. It's small though, only a 2-seater. A 2-seater Rolls Royce, bitch.
Oh, that's just fine.
Then I'll pick you up as soon as I finish with what I have on hand.
It's not masturbating, is it? If it is, tell me about it. I'm looking forward to it.
So am I, Helen. So am I.
See you later, Bella.
Very much so, Helen. That's a shitty goodbye. Goodbye. Very much so. Click. There, that's done. Now it's just a matter of waiting on David and whatever it is he had to say that was so damn important. Where are you, David? Meanwhile...
Do-do-do-do.
Is it intermission music?
Who the fuck is Francis? I ran out of voices a long time ago.
So, who was on the phone, Helen?
That was my date calling to say that he's gonna be late, Franny. I almost called you Fanny, because your ass is big. It's like bigger than the Empire State Building and the Chrysler Building combined.
And he's taking you to the ultra swanky Rainbow Club tonight?
Yes, Count Bela Blasko from Romania, and if you'd come to my party, you would have met him.
The tall, dark, handsome older gentleman you keep raving about is the Count? A real one? You know, like royalty and stuff?
Yes, he's a real Count. You should see his castle. It's massive.
Oh, I like it when it's massive. So this is the Count that lives in a massive castle? He's your date?
Yes, but he's not really dark. His hair is dark, and his suits tend to be, but his face and hands are really pale, like a porcelain doll I could dress up. Oh, and it's kind of weird, but sometimes he looks older. I don't get it. Depends on the light. It's like that Seinfeld episode. Like he's in his early 40s, but sometimes he looks like he's in his late 20s.
What? Is he changing ages on you when you're not looking or something?
He's probably some kind of trick of lighting, but...
But what?
Uncle Edward swears the guy's a vampire.
A vampire? No way! And he believes in vampires at his age? Oh, what a dumbass.
Yes way. Eddie says Bella, the Count, gets younger when he's fed.
Well, damn, now I really wish Billy's car hadn't blown that gasket.
Why didn't you just come in your car, Franny?
What? That old clunker? Not the way I want to make an entrance. Believe me, not when Billy has a Chrysler Roadster. What kind of car does your Count have? Is he dreamy?
No idea. I'll find out when he picks me up, okay?
So he's a Count from Romania, say? Too bad he wasn't from Transylvania. That would have been utterly delicious.
Franny, Transylvania is in Romania.
No way! Holy heavens! What if your uncle's right?
I don't think so. When David asked him he was a vampire, the Count got really angry, though he was painfully polite about it.
Oh my god, David actually asked him that? No way!
Well, you know how David is.
How cute, but not amazingly bright, you know? Pity he's so utterly and completely gay. I would bone him, you know? I would so do bad things to that young man.
David hit on him, too.
Oh, no, he didn't!
Oh, yes, he did.
How did your Count take it?
In the ass. He made David apologize for hitting on guys in front of me on bended knee.
Oh, David actually did it?
Oh, this is embarrassing to read. He sure did. He got down on his knees and apologized for that and for being rude and also for cutting in on my conversation. And he promised to mind his manners for the rest of the night.
Yeah, but did he keep that promise?
Yes, he did. And you know what? He's been much politer to me ever since.
What did the Count scare him straight or something?
I hope so, because I want him in me.
It sure looks that way.
Damn, was this before or after Dwight crashed your party?
Before. Oh, and then I found out later that David and Dwight had passed out on the carpet because the Count had decked him out cold with one punch.
Well, I solemnly swear I'll never miss another one of your parties so long as I live. So when do I get to meet this ever so interesting Count of yours? Will he be here for breakfast?
I don't think I can get him to stay for breakfast. He works all day until sunset. In fact, I couldn't even get him to answer the door during the day. I met 3 of his uncles. He has a lot of family staying with him. By the way, anyway, all of the uncles said he could only speak to me in the evenings. That's a weird family. I'm pretty sure that the only reason he came to my party because it was after dark.
So what are you saying is the only time you have to see him, the only time you can see him is at night, right?
Yeah?
Helen, have you told him about your little obsession with Dracula?
Oh, she's got a Dracula fetish? She's like, I want it vampire style.
You know, with all the memorabilia you keep in your trunk and those autographed handbills from the plays and the movie posters and the photo still collection and the autographed photo that the movie actor gave you?
No.
I think you better fess up before he finds out.
But the Count doesn't like it when anyone brings up vampires, really.
That could pose a little problem should you decide to get serious with him.
I think it's a little late for that. I think I may already be serious.
You hung out with him once. Take some advice from your best friend, Franny. Tell him before he finds out on his own.
It's true, seriously. People tell them ahead of time anything, because it's bad and hurts trust if they find out otherwise.
Seriously, your obsession is not the kind of thing you can hide, especially with the sheer size of your collection. The fact that you have 5 different volumes of Dracula would be enough to give the game away.
I suppose you're right.
Oh, and of course, I'm right. I'm always right. Anyway, it's time to get some sleep. You definitely need a nap, at the very least, if you plan to dance until dawn.
I'm glad you're staying the night. So she's gonna be... What? Your friend came over so you can go out on a date?
Me too.
That's weird.
Franny, what are you doing? Opening the window to the children of the night. Maybe if your Count's really a vampire, he'll stop by for a bite. Franny! Helen, don't be jealous. Just open your window too. Who knows in who might fly in? What a whore. She's like, I hope weirdos fly in and have sex with me. Anyway, wouldn't it be absolutely delicious if your Count really was a vampire? I mean, what more could a vampire-obsessed fan wish for, right? Franny, you are amazing, wonderful, fabulous, the best friend you've ever had. Incorrigible. I'll take it. Any way I can take it. Anyway, go to sleep, Helen. I'll see you at breakfast. You better have a damn good story waiting for me.
I will. Now go to fucking sleep, Franny, and shut your whore mouth.
Night, Helen. Sweet dreams.
Franny's weird. Everybody's weird in this game, I think. I'm starting to feel for Bella almost. David, are you comfortable sitting there?
Yeah, Count Blasko?
Yes, you wanted to see me, David.
I feel really stiff and not in my dick, you know? Kind of sleepy. Did I drink something?
Ignore it. It'll go away in time, and you won't even remember feeling this way. Understand?
Yeah, sure. What?
You came all this way to my house to see me. It must have been pretty important. What was it?
Oh, yeah. You need to know something about Ellen and Ed. No, Helen and Ed. I'm still a little groggy.
What do I need to know, David? And be clear.
They're broke. Seriously broke. They can't sell the house because it's tied up to a family trust or something like that.
And how is this important to me, David?
Helen...
What about Helen, David? Be clear.
Helen's looking for a rich husband. She's looking at you.
Aw, David! Despite the fact you're really creepy and rude and mean, you came and did something nice. You're protecting his heart from a gold digger, I guess. Well, this explains Edward's little rat.
You have rats? What?
Relax, David. The only rats left in this house are family pets. My Uncle Vincent likes to train them to do interesting tricks. It's a rat circus.
Oh, well, I mean, that's okay then, I guess. Can I see it, maybe?
Well, that's all you wanted to tell me?
Yeah! No, wait, I wanted to tell you that Ed hired some kind of private eye to check up on you.
That's really nice. Well, isn't this interesting? David, Edward is your lover. Why would you want to betray him like this? Oh, don't hit on me.
I don't love Ed. I don't even like him. I love you. Ah, you met our guy once. You met him one time. That's insane to be like, you met a guy once, he yelled at you, told you to get on your knees, and you loved it.
Stop! Do not finish that sentence.
Okay.
If you don't like Edward, why are you his lover? You're a manipulative asshole, aren't you?
Edward is blackmailing me to suck his old balls.
Oh. What is he blackmailing you with?
He knows things about Dwight. Things that happened while me and him were still together.
Like what?
Like he hired Dwight to kill someone.
Well, this explains why Edward had Dwight put in the sanatorium and not in jail. Guilty conscience. Who did Edward hire Dwight to kill?
Last time it was some guy that was after Helen, but didn't have any money. This time, I don't know.
No idea at all? I bet you it was Bella, that's why Dwight was here.
I thought it was you, that's why I followed Dwight here.
Maybe Dwight just wanted to get some more David bone. You followed Dwight? Wait a second, Dwight said he followed David. Dwight came to murder me. Wait, that was before I put him under hypnosis. That little shit could have been lying from the start, and I didn't think to question him any further about why he was here. Does Edward have a reason for wanting me killed?
Ed is terrified of you.
Okay, that would be a legitimate reason to kill somebody. However, David, you know why Edward's afraid of me, and I want a detailed answer.
Ed's convinced that you're a vampire, and he thinks Ed's going to kill Helen because that's what vampires do. They kill people. And I just want you to suck my bone.
Do you think I'm a vampire, David?
No, of course not. I love you.
But Edward does.
And how? He's been getting garlic all over the house.
That fear of Helen's death sounds more like more than just fear of the loss of a family member. Oops, didn't mean to say that out loud.
There's a heavy mortgage on the house and property. If Helen dies, the creditors will find out that the house can't actually be mortgaged. It's a part of a trust that goes to the next in line, and Ed isn't in line to hear it. He's related to Helen through marriage to her mother's sister.
I see. If Helen dies, there are going to be an awful lot of very angry debtors after him.
Yeah, that's exactly it, man. We're gonna be screwed.
However, there's one little thing nagging me about him sending Dwight after me. Edward knows that Dwight is attracted to me. Apparently everybody is. Dwight is far more likely to try and seduce me than kill me.
Not true. Dwight is more likely to kill you if he likes you.
Oh, why is that? I don't want to know.
Dwight likes corpses and that way.
Ew. Dwight was a necrophiliac?
A what? What? That's a big word.
A necrophiliac is someone who has sex with corpses, my moronic friend.
Yeah. There, he has a collection of them somewhere. You know, he likes to get stiff for the stiffs.
I see. That would explain why his recent kills were stashed in one location. It's his collection. However, if this is true, David, why hasn't Dwight killed you yet? Tell me, David. Say it straight and clear.
I'm not the right sex.
What? 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 What?
Dwight only keeps corpses of women he likes, not men.
So why would he kill our guy then? Dwight wasn't strictly gay? Then what makes you think Dwight would kill me?
Because you told him no. He hates being told more than anything else. It drives him crazy. But because he does like you, it's that much worse. I think that this time...
This time what?
I think that this time he plans to keep your corpse.
I don't think that's a problem now. Gee, how romantic. I'm touched. Not! Dwight wanted to touch you, bro. Well, the good news is Dwight is dead. You may not repeat this to anyone. In fact, you are to forget that I told you this. However, for your own personal comfort, you may remember that this is true. Dwight is dead.
Dwight is...
Yep, he's dead. He's deader than a doornail. You're free of him. In fact, after you go home, you are to pack your bags and leave town by any means. You are to build another life, find another love that is not me, somewhere else. Oh, and once you leave town, you are utterly to forget that I, this house, everything and everyone you saw in here exists. Understood?
Yes.
Good. Now go to sleep, David. When you wake, you will begin plans to leave town.
Sleep.
That's the way he sleeps. Now that is my good deed for the day. That was kind of nice of him to do that for David. Now, bam! To deal with Edward. Is this the next chapter? The Chance Estate. I'm going to pick this up in the next episode. Thanks for watching, everybody.